Hello and welcome back to Desmin's Creek, our 5th edition live play that meets Wednesday nights. Welcome to the first session of 2026. I know we've been off for almost a month here, so we gotta shake it out. But last time we got together, a year ago, last year, the party finally got to meet with the leader of the Black Rose, a secretive espionage organization spread all over Amaranta over the last 10 years. The leader they met was an elven-seeming woman, portraying herself as a traveling fortune teller, who introduced herself to the party as Liannah Lumas.
Nobody's ever seen this character before.
No one knows Liannah Lumas at all. And the party gave the message to her that had been destined for the at least somewhere in the management of the organization before it was intercepted mysteriously in the streets of Volinar. The contents of that message were that the city in the Underdark of Umbralight had recently come into possession of a prisoner taken from another Underdark city called the City of Onyx, and this prisoner needed to be returned or sent or brought to Volinar. However, this needed to happen shadowy-like to avoid the official channels, I believe was the exact wording in the message. And a recommendation to the management of the Black Rose to utilize one of the guilds, one of the gangs of Volinar, was at the end. And so, Liannah said, you, representatives of the Syndicate, are going to do this for the Black Rose. You're going to arrange this exchange and bring the prisoner, whoever they may be, back to Volinar whilst avoiding the bureaucracy of the surface. And after their meeting in this fortune teller's wagon, they were allowed to leave after signing an NDA, not to talk about anything they learned about the Black Rose outside of the wagon. And so now, the party is gathering itself, checking on orders for equipments, before undertaking this task of retrieving this person from Umbralight and bringing them back to Volinar. So you are in your respective living spaces within the Syndicate headquarters, making your final preparations to get this job done. I will say that the Tiger's Eye had ordered you, really, to have this meeting with the Black Rose. And the Black Rose really only said that, like, the details of the Rose's organization were verboten to be spoken of. So you might choose to at least let the Tiger's Eye know that you have a mission with the Black Rose, and you will be gone a while, but I don't know exactly how you want to handle that, but it is something that you could declare handling or request to arbitrate at this time.
Reggie would absolutely want her to be aware of basically as much information around it as we can give, just because we're going to be... I don't know. We took time off to go for the crazy conspiracy theorist thing, and then we immediately come back and we're like, hey, also, we're going to be gone for like...
Who knows?
2 weeks. Maybe.
How am I supposed to run an organization
you
like
those
this?
two.
You do know, or rather, your characters are aware that the Black Rose will be compensating the Syndicate for successful completion of this mission. That was mentioned in the talks with Liannah, but I'm reminding you of it now, so it's not like you're just disappearing from the Tiger's Eyes stables here with no...
oh yeah, but it still impacts her plans.
No, it does. It does. I'm not saying don't tell her. I'm just saying that it's like there is going to be some form of compensation. So there is a give and take going on here. So you can assure her of something like that. That could be included in what you tell her.
I suppose.
If you want.
I think that would be the second. Like Reggie would wait a little bit before stating that. Though, just see the face and be like, "Oh, right, that reminds me."
Tension. I'm sorry. Is Reggie a drama queen?
Reggie would never admit to that.
Of course he wouldn't. All right.
The bar does the theater kit? No.
So, I will give you all this opportunity to tell me if there's any specific thing your character wants to do to ask about, in terms of provisioning or preparation for a potentially extended trip away from Volinar into the Underdark.
I would make sure I procure some new manacles.
New manacles. The fuzzy pink ones weren't doing it for you?
No, those weren't.
Want some leopard?
Well, I never had those. 2, the comfortable ones are already given away. Much to my disappointment. 3, I need new ones.
Alright, how much do manacles cost? Are they like a gold piece? Or like 10 gold pieces?
Gold or something measurable.
Yeah.
I'll look it up and just take it off with you.
If you're not looking for anything like super special magical, easy.
I'm just looking for something to keep his hands from going too many places.
Okay, yeah. Quartermasters will have you squared away. Just spend the gold, and you have it. You want 2, you want 10, they got you covered.
Can I acquire an ever-burning
legs, 1 for feet
from the quartermaster?
So, how is Vulcan going on this mission without his charging station?
How is Vulcan going on this mission without what?
His
He needs his charging station.
Oh, without his
It's
charging
movable.
station.
Which one of us took lightning bolt?
That's an extremely reasonable question. I think I have a reasonable answer. You may recall that near the beginning of this story, one of your missions was to procure for the Syndicate these 2 scientists who were working on miniaturizing and portabilizing such power as was gained from Elsamanthe, or might be gained from a residuum. That's the word. I think that perhaps it is about time they have something to show for it. Couple of dice over here, see what we can get you. How does that sound?
That's good.
Okay. That paid dividends. So, this is, of course, something that Vulcan is concerned about and is going to be, hitting the team with this question and, the fact that you have these scientists living within the Syndicate now is going to be brought up. Going and checking on them. Just need to pull up the names here. Did we add them to the Syndicate? No, I think we put them under clients. There they are. Tharka and Avery. The half-giant female. No, that's not it. There they are. Dasha and Synthis. Got it. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Dasha and Synthis, for some reason, don't have descriptions after them because I am not smart.
The guy was a Dragonborn.
Yep. Accurate. Okay. I believe Dasha was a tiefling.
Yes, tiefling and dragonborn.
Haha. Sorry, we haven't talked about them in a while. Because I was saving them for this moment, obviously. So, you'll be reminded of your new inventors that your A-team helped procure. Actually, I think their tokens might still be here. There they are. Grab all of you. Oof. That one of these things is not like the others. You don't belong here. Alright. That's right. So, you find that, it's now roughly a week later. Yeah, I think it's been roughly a week. The pair have been set up with well-stocked workspace here in the Syndicate, not unlike the workshop that you were provided with, Vulcan, and they happily greet you at the door as the A-team who helped get them away from a very suddenly terrible situation and into a quite acceptable one. Pays them a visit down here, asking about this power source that they're supposed to be working on. They are going to look a bit downcast. It hasn't been long, but they admit that they have not had the success they were hoping for, telling you that what they really want to have by the end of this project is something that can safely transport magical power as is used by, the arcane grenades and the multi-spell scroll balls that the guards use, the city guards use, but orders of magnitude more power, and that it's something that is, refillable and material efficient. And they haven't reached those goals yet. What they have managed to produce is a way of storing a significantly larger amount of energy than what these portable scrolls, these reusable scrolls, is what all of these devices effectively are. They are reusable scrolls that charge up off of ambient arcane energy and store it in gemstones. So they've had to effectively figure out what makes gemstones so potent as potent as they are, I should say, in storing this arcane energy, and then find something that's, 100 times better. So they haven't been able to find something that's 100 times better, but they have something that's 25 times better and not reusable. What they will be able to provide you with are a couple of the fruits of their labors. They have successfully tested these devices, and they are able to store significantly more magical energy, which can be, converted to the end means by similar devices to the arcane grenades. And they've produced a bunch of these, to make sure that their hypotheses hold water, and that they are reproducible, and they are willing to give you these things. What these effectively are is single-use batteries. They will give you a single battery will give you enough charge for about half a day, so you'd need 2 per day. And they only, at this point, are able to store power reliably without it leaking out back into the environment for about 10 days. They are hoping to have permanent storage, reusable materials. They don't have that yet. But this is a pretty good step in the right direction. They have been working on this for a while, which is why they came here, confident they could do it. But this is as far as they've been able to get for the Syndicate. But they will
That's impressive to have that in a week.
Well, again, they had a starting point that was non-zero, so their week's progress is that they've managed to produce something that they'd already proven they could do. And they're working toward, actively, their other goals, but they're not there yet. So, they're willing to provide you with pretty much their whole stock of what they've made so far, because they don't need the stock anymore now that they've continued to prove that their method works. Now they need to improve. So they're more than happy to let you take what they have, which is 10 of these things.
Nice.
So that'll keep you going for 5 days away from your recharge station. Reasonably. They are fragile. Right now, the materials are soft metal and glass. What you see in your hand is effectively a windowed canister, kind of like a lantern, and within is swirling energy that glows and illuminates like a lantern. You know that they explain how the energy is drawn out, and there is a way for you to draw it into your body, kind of just given the fact that you are in essence, a magic-using living being. So they teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
So that'll keep you going for this mission, at least.
Peace. Can I have made more phosphorus grenades?
You've been kind of going. You made the, one, right?
I made like the one prototype before the last mission.
Right. You can be working on that before you head out on this mission, but there isn't a lot of time. At least, I don't believe there's a lot of time. I suppose
on that, though. I don't know how much time we're...
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you could talk to the party to determine how much time you guys are willing to spend in prep before leaving. I guess I shouldn't tell you if you have time for it or not, because maybe you do.
Reggie would defer that question to Morrigan, since she has the most insight into the importance and kind of time restrictions on it.
Did we have a long rest?
Since you talked to Liannah?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Have you had a short rest?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why I asked, because I don't really have anything that changes with short rest. Well, something I'm used to from when I played Leah, because she had everything in short rest.
I mean, you're a fighter. If you've used your action surge or basically anything that's on a spell, you get that back in a short rest.
So, Morrigan, you know that this is a fairly time-sensitive mission, but you also know that it's, no matter how you slice it, it's going to take at least a couple of days. At least.
Yeah.
So, people are asking, when do we need to leave by? How much time do we have? What can I get done before we go? What do you want to tell
Not
them?
much. We should leave as soon as we can. It's gonna take a while to get there. I'd say get a little rest, bring everything you want to bring, and then be ready to go.
You know that contact must still be made. You haven't contacted your the people you know from Umbralight to arrange how, when, where to meet. So that still needs to be done.
Yes. Desmin.
Yep.
You can talk to people's heads now, right?
I can send them a message. Yes, I can't really talk in their heads.
Same difference. Could you give a message to our contacts and set up a meeting?
Of course. Do you have an idea exactly of what you want sent? Like where we plan on meeting? When we plan on meeting?
I'm really bad at this. Tristan, do I have an estimation of how long it will get to get to the Umbralight?
Well, you've never traveled to Umbralight, so honestly, the people that that Desmin is going to talk to probably have more insight about how long it takes than any of you does.
Okay. And the people that I need one of the two people I need to send a message to is either Larthon or Valise. Is that how you pronounce them?
Valise.
Valise. But Larthon was correct.
One more time? I'm sorry, my brain turned off.
Larthon?
Yes, Larthon and Valise.
Okay. But it doesn't matter which one I send it to?
Probably not. They're both priests of Illustrae, so... And you know that Illustrae is not enforcing the same societal strictures that Lolth did. So, whoever you prefer. It isn't going to be taken as a slight anyway around it.
Okay. And I think isn't one of the properties of sending is that they know who sent it.
Yes, that is one of the properties of sending.
Okay.
Yeah, it has caller ID.
It's more like when you start to receive the message, you simply, as long as you have met the person, you can feel out who it's from. It literally just says, as long as you're familiar with the person, you know who's sending it. That's all it says in the description of the spell. And then usually you can't.
Thank you.
Usually you can't send to people you don't know.
I personally always interpreted it as basically just recognize the voice of the message.
Yeah, it's always hard to know with that one because it's not ever clear. Sending's a weird one because it's an evocation spell. So you're not talking into their mind. If I remember right, the component for the spell, if you're a component caster, is a piece of copper wire, isn't it?
Yep.
Like an antenna. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, they're never explicit if you're hearing it or sensing it or what, but we can go with, like, because it's not, it seems to always get there. It's not like message, which is like a whisper. You have to speak that out loud and they hear it as a verbal thing. Sending is different. It seems to act like descriptively like telepathy, but it is not. It is explicitly not telepathy. I don't know. Yeah, you recognize the voice is probably as good as we're getting, so I'm sorry for all the word salad on that. Yeah, I'm going with what you said, Derek.
For me, I've always gone that way because that's also kind of how I end up defining familiar or not. Like, do you know them well enough to recognize their voice?
Yeah.
As far as actual, like, is it telepathic or whatnot? No clue. Never really bothered to consider it.
Yeah, and yeah. Is it telepathy? No.
Alright, and this is to receive a prisoner, right?
They have the person that
we're receiving the prisoner.
Yes, you're receiving it. They're the ones who need to make the arrangements or find out who to get them from. So you don't, because this is all of this is circumspect, and all of this is like whatever contacts you have. So I would say, just as a heads up, like it is reasonable to expect that maybe what has to happen is you just need to set up a meeting with the people you know, and they're at that time going to go through the whatever bureaucracy they have to put you where you need to be in the city to get the person you're looking for. That these people you're talking to aren't a direct line to what you want, but they're the only line you have to this getting set up. I hope that helps. I know it's confusing.
One last thing on sending. I now have my preferred way of thinking of what it is. This is a legally distinct telepathy.
Yeah.
Legally distinct telepathy.
Yeah, I would also add that I would not have you mention anything about Black Rose. So they're just, we have planned to transfer a prisoner from whatever the place was called, I forgot. Onyx.
To they're at
um,
Umbralight. They came originally from the city of Onyx.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Three-step process here, because, it's not confusing enough.
Exactly.
Okay. Obviously, this is a very rough draft that I'm doing here. But it is exactly 25. Putting it in the snark. I can read out loud, but I didn't know if we just wanted to wait until the final one to read it out loud.
However you want to do it. Reading out just the final one is also fine if you're looking for feedback from the group, or you could read it off and then get feedback from the group.
Hello, Valise. We are journeying to Umbralight to receive a prisoner. Can you make arrangements for us for any meeting or paperwork to be completed? I also didn't know if Umbralight was spelled correctly. So.
That's irrelevant. They hear it as they.
It is correct, though.
You just hear the sending, and you're just like, motherfucker misspelled my name. It's like, how do you know?
I just know.
If anybody
Didn't we want to know
doesn't-
how long it'll take to get there?
We do. And so that's why I kind of want to see if we want to add that in there, we have to figure out what to take out so that it's.
You got a
still
lot of
legible.
extraneous words in there.
Hello, Belize. We journeyed Umbralight.
Unga bunga.
I was looking at that. I was like,
Each
yeah.
name?
Lara Mendes did not write that.
Larmenda's kept like 40% of the words for what would have been a complete sentence. He said
This is
like a madman in his sendings.
Pockets
You gotta
Yeah, 'cause
remember,
I was
this is
with articles.
Desmin. This is Desmond sending it, and you
He's
know
very
how
polite.
he is about, like, he wants everything, like, taken care of. There's no loopholes. This is his work.
That sounds like multiple sendings.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, yeah, Lara Mendes wouldn't have said hello,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Desmond's
it would have been
also
like,
polite.
please, journey to Umbralight to receive prisoner. Can make arrangements for any meeting, paperwork to be completed.
Yeah, Desmond's polite. Lara Mendes, I feel like, didn't really care too much about people. He just wanted things to get done.
Efficient use of.
Catching strays over there.
Just, like 50 feet above us and like half a mile that way. It's just, what the fuck?
Why are people being
feel
mean
deeply
about me
insulted.
somewhere?
Sneezes.
Why do I feel so sad?
Let's see, hold on. I should have enough for multiple sendings if I need be.
Somewhere, somehow, someone is making fun of me.
It's a level 3 spell, I think? Or is it?
Yes.
Nalia just walks in the room like, your ears must be burning.
I have 2 level 3s, so I technically, I could get 2 sendings off. I assume, are we sleeping though also before we leave? Because then that'll be okay, because then I'll get all my spell slots back.
I imagine we should, if for no other reason than to give Vulcan as much courage as possible.
Yeah, and you
That
want to
makes
hear
sense.
back.
Well, I want to hear back. I would assume that I would hear back for the most part, like, instantly.
Yeah, but like if you're making arrangements, you want to know, like making arrangements for a meeting, like you want to know when that meeting will be.
Yes, but I would need it to make a third sending anyways. Unless they have sending that they can just immediately send me, but then that would use their sending, not my sending.
So you're gonna send 2 sendings?
That's what I figured.
Alright. Desmin is accepting no notes on his work.
I was accepting notes. All I got was it's a little wordy, and that was it.
Guys, what do you think of the sending? I think you have too many words. Fuck you.
We have too many
then.
words. Okay, how can you fix it?
Never mind. That's what
Get rid of some of those words.
Yeah, this guy that we don't know could tell you how to make a better sending. That's a great
I think we have established it's not a better sending, it's just a more efficient sending, which is not necessarily what you want. Because again, if that's all you do, you look like an asshole.
Like
Yeah, not really much well with more political conversations.
They are pretty limited on how many words.
I'm just laughing at, the whole party here is like, oh, okay, this is sending, you know what we should do is we should go talk to Lin-Manuel Miranda and have him rewrite it for us. Like, we don't know that guy. What are you talking about?
Lara Mendes keeps working on making sendings more and more efficient to the point where it's just pure acronyms, and no one has any idea what he's saying anymore.
It's all his own shorthand that nobody else knows.
He
Not even
just
I
starts
can decipher
developing a character-based language, so supposed to having a word.
Medicine invents German.
It only counts as one word.
Ion's just like, he's technically correct. Raptors is just like, the best kind of correct.
That's why nobody wants to deal with the gods.
Girl Glitter Gold just like, I'm gonna have some fun. And everyone else being like, oh shit.
This guy.
The Germans really have those words that describe like an emotion or a feeling, words that don't really exist in other languages. Is that really a thing?
I can't answer that question as stated. I can say that they do have just compound words that they use to name things by all the things that a thing does, and it is a single word.
No, it's just I remember reading an X-Men comic where it was Wolverine. It was Ultimate X-Men, and it was Wolverine was what you call it? Like when someone dies and you say nice things to make them feel better. There's a word for that. I can't remember what it is.
14, 15,
No, you know when somebody's going through something hard.
I feel like
Comfort.
this is
He was
way
comforting.
Two,
Yes, comforting. That's like he was comforting Storm because someone she knew had died, and he said like, "Oh, the Germans have this word, blah," and it's like a poetic word to describe how you feel about the world when it's like when you realize that the reality of what the world is like does not match your previous like notions you had about what the world is like.
I mean, short answer is yes. German does have several words that condense complex concepts like that. Yes.
That's interesting.
So, how does the party want to reword this ending, if they want to reword this ending, so that Desmond maybe doesn't have to blow all of his third level spell slots in one go?
I only have 2 level 3 spell slots. I have 1 level 4. I have updated it, though, in the snark.
I like that we got rid of the word hello. They hello shamed you.
That seems fine to me.
Are they aware that we're not meant to go through official channels within this
I think it was
city?
only, it was just our city.
I mean, do they need to be aware?
Yeah, I don't think they need to.
I feel like that's better for them if they don't know. I feel like it's better for them to never know. You know?
We don't have to fill out the paperwork that says where the prisoner is going. We just have to fill out the paperwork that says they're not here anymore.
Alright, I slightly altered it. Because go fuck yourselves.
Now, if you can figure out a way to squeeze thank you at the end.
Thanks. Easy. You just get rid of the we are and we are journeying. Then you can say thank you. Hello, Vali. Oh, hello's back. Never mind.
That's why I said.
Yeah, that was the fuck you guys.
That was the fuck you. I was looking for the change. My brain didn't spot the hello had come back. Good gosh.
No, you don't need greetings, salutations.
But
I did need to thank you.
It replaces it with 3 words.
I got rid of hello and we are.
It's true.
Nope. The hello's fine, and thanks to Tristan, I got the thank you.
I didn't realize that formulating these things was going to be such a personal attack. Oh man. Hello, Valise. Journeying to Umbralight for prisoner. Can you make arrangement for meeting/paperwork to complete? Also, what is travel time to Umbralight? Thank you.
This is the first inning of the new game. I don't know how you didn't think it was gonna go like this.
I don't know. It's not the first day of a new game. It's
like
first day
the NBA
back to a new-ish game.
I said first sending of the new game.
Oh. Yes,
No, this is the second. The first one was out of the blue to the Tiger's Eye.
that's right.
Yep.
You got
She
that one.
enjoyed that. She's like, oh shit, I gotta deal with this now.
Oh no, he hit 5th level. My days of day drinking are coming to a middle.
My days are no longer bright and easy.
Okay. Are we good with this message then?
The night is long and full of terrors. Sendings.
So I will send it now then.
All right.
No.
Go, my sending.
Hello, Vali. Journeying to Umbralight for prisoner. Can you make arrangements for meeting/paperwork to complete? Also, what is travel time to Umbralight? Thank you. That's when you go and tell me slash is considered a word. I can't have it. Then it's 26. So then it just says thank. Then it cuts off the U, it just says thank.
Thank. I just say thanks.
Slash paperwork to complete. Thank.
Was it Reggie who was sent to and didn't really understand the 25-word response?
Yes. I don't remember. I don't remember if I wrote out what he said or if I just wrote it. I don't know if I typed it in chat when but I remember enjoying just stopping in the middle of a sentence.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Good evening to you.
I'll be over here, over there quicker than.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Now the real question though is Reggie fully aware of the 25-word limit and just was being an asshole? The world will never know.
Would he be an asshole to Desmond?
Yes.
Don't answer that.
Yeah.
The rest of the party would be. I just don't know if Reggie would.
I don't
Would
poking
Desmond
fun in a
recognize
friendly manner. I feel like the sending he conveyed all of the necessary information and then just like decided to embellish so that things would get cut off.
All right. After a few moments, you are going to receive a sending back from Valise, which reads, "Greetings. We'll need details on arrival, but can start this for you. Fastest to Umbralight by boat. Drop my name for good rate. Travel safe."
It's the fastest by boat. We still don't know how long it actually is going to take.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but if we know that we gotta go by boat, and we know where we can find said boat, we can go to the boatman and be like,
Boatman.
"How long is the boat?"
How long?
And he'll be like, "About like 40 feet." And we're like, "Okay, I understand the confusion with the question."
Sorry, I was in sending.
That was my
mode.
bad. This is on me.
I was in sending mode. My bad. Let me reiterate.
40 feet. This is
Honestly,
scooter.
that
What?
uh
Huh?
just reminded me- cargo space? No, cargo,
cargo road.
space. Cargo road.
Cargo do that. Cargo road. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, she may not have told you how long it'll take, but she did tell you how to get there the fastest. So that's not nothing.
Well, she did. All right. Well, I guess first thing tomorrow morning we need to make sure we go get a boat.
Like, would the Syndicate have traveled to Umbralight before?
Anyone in the Syndicate? Possibly. The A team? I don't know.
Well, not necessarily us, but like
Reggie has
it's
not.
a large enough. It's a large enough organization. Like, would the organization
Yeah.
in some capacity?
Yeah.
So like we probably would have somebody within the Syndicate that we could just go and find out. Like, oh hey, yeah, you've traveled to Umbralight. How long did it take you?
Yeah.
Like we don't need to look far to get that particular piece of information.
Yeah. That is reasonable and accurate, yes.
So how much time do we have before we're heading off?
Morgan said as soon as possible. The only one stopping you from leaving are you, so I guess you'll get to determine what is as soon as possible.
I did want to check from the quartermaster, can I acquire an ever-burning torch?
That seems very reasonable, like something they probably have on hand. Yeah.
What is the going rate of an ever-burning torch?
I would say
The continual
between
flame spell
50
is,
and 100 gold. Based on previous editions.
So the spell costs 50 gold to cast on an object, because it's 50 gold worth of ruby dust.
That's what
So I
it
guess
was.
what's the markup on...
What is the
Ruby dust?
markup? Oh, let's find out.
It's not good. Well, is it a ritual or do you have to spend a spell slot too?
I think that it is a spell slot, because I think
Continual
Laramenda's
flame,
never
that's what it's
cast it
called.
again. But had it because it was one of the ways that he made money as a hedge wizard.
So it's going to cost you 82 gold.
Okay.
Which I guess isn't...
Could I also
Mhm.
go to the master and
Uh-huh.
see if he would happen to have, or they would happen to have, 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds?
300 gold pieces worth of diamonds. So that I can revive my teammates when they invariably die in front of my face.
Who would do that? That sounds like a thing that nobody would do. to
Your
anyone
lungs still
here.
feel crunchy.
I can, you breathe in and you can just like taste the carbon in a way that you don't want to be able to do. I don't recommend dying, but especially like that.
Yes, they have 384 gold worth of diamonds.
That's a lot of
Dying
diamonds.
for Reggie was like going home, except his house was on fire.
So are you going to
Alright.
buy them out, or are you just going to buy the 300 you need for the one casting?
I'll probably just buy for the one casting because I don't know what else I'm going to do with 84 gold pieces worth of diamond because it won't work for the spell.
You know, that means that in the next place you only need to acquire 200.
16?
I can go to Umbralight and go and see if they have 216
16.
gold pieces worth of.
And they're like, you know what? Some asshole just bought in a really weird amount. I have 215.
I need 1 gold worth of diamond.
I
who
couldn't
bought them
find it.
was
You gotta die.
The gnome or the goblin, the one that had the fancy pick that we dealt with. Don't remember who it was. I don't remember what it was.
It was the Smurf Nevlin that was leading you originally, right?
Yes.
Purple
Yes,
ones.
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. The Sturf Neblin was. Did you say his name just now, Thomas?
No, I was saying how he was following the moss.
Yeah, he was following the
Purple
moss. That's
moss.
correct. His name, God, it is escaping me. Give me a moment. Akosia, Sylvanas, Sidarin,
Schultz or something like that?
What?
But Schultz or something like that?
Ooh, maybe it was Chult. I was gonna say no, that's a city, but no, I think you're right. I think it was Chult.
That sounds, yeah.
Huh.
Woo!
Maybe he put it under Bromdor.
Is it Looking for Group was the comic that had the person who had to buy like rubies or something for a spell. And they haggled. As they go down, like how they haggled with the shopkeeper to get them cheaper, and the guy's like, "Yeah, but the spell calls for like 50 gold pieces worth of rubies, so you have to go back in and buy more."
That was Order of the Stick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Order
not
of the
Looking for
Stick.
Group.
But yeah, that was very fun.
I like
job,
the idea.
Angle.
Or that negotiated it, and he was so happy. And I assume it was Vesuvius. That was like, you're a moron.
I like the idea that like because it calls for like 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds, so you spend 300 gold pieces on diamonds, but then market fluctuations occur, so now you don't have enough anymore. Like, oh no, this is only worth like 292 gold pieces. Yeah, something
Yeah.
happened.
That's why I made mine an intrinsic value, so they can mark you up or down for it, but you still get what you need. Yes, Derek's right. His name was Chult Gobspree.
Nice.
Ooh.
He was fun. I liked him.
Yeah,
Well,
he had that pocket lizard.
Yes.
I think the main reason I remember is I think he's talking the third person, so I think his name came up.
I did have a few characters who talked that way.
But alright, I'll just clean them out.
All right, 384 gold worth of diamonds are now yours.
Yay.
Hope nobody else needs these.
Somebody
Really
comes in right
18,
after
you
you,
come
like, quick,
first.
I need 84 gold worth of diamonds.
Sorry, buddy, we're fresh out. Guess
Yes.
what?
A-Team already bought them up.
Spot a
Damn
weird
it,
number.
A-Team already gets everything.
All right, anybody else need anything before you shove
Could I
off?
have my own stockpile of poisons?
You have your own stockpile of poisons.
I am curious about that.
Are you a character who makes those? Because I know that you have purchased some.
Did I?
We haven't talked about you crafting, I don't think.
I am proficient with the poisoner's kit.
Okay, so you can craft poisons. Is keeping some kind of stock of poison something your character wants to do then?
I would imagine that he would.
Okay, what kind of poisons are you thinking he would want to be keeping around? Like murder poisons, like paralysis poisons, like sleep?
Murder, definitely.
Murder, definitely.
Possibly a small varied.
One definitive murder person coming right up.
Yeah, it's real hard to get hold of purple worm poison these days. It's like somebody hunted them all up.
I think it's exclusive access.
Fucking Vendar
He farms
controls the world's supply of purple worm poison.
You don't have any idea how much I milk my friend for this.
Please stop milking Lara Mendes.
You what?
It never stopped being weird.
It's
Vendar
his favorite
has
activity.
Vendar has like a vault, this massive steel door that opens, and it is just miles and miles of shelves of purple worm poison.
Never
I was
know
like,
when you might need some.
But it's like, do you ever use any of it? He's like, use it.
Never remove from box.
A Corler Amendus.
It loses its collector's value otherwise. So yes, it seems reasonable that you would have some amount of poison that you could in your room, some portion of which you can carry with you.
How does it say how many applications you get from a vial? Is that written down anywhere?
The way I had run it is that if you were pouring it on a weapon, I believe it lasted, it was either 1 minute or 10 hits. And then if you were, like, you putting it on arrows, and you could dip up to 10 arrows in it.
So one vial
Or was
would
it
coat
3?
the sword.
He was 3.
3.
There's no there's no carte blanche rules for every poison. Most of them have their own.
Yeah, but I was
Different
trying
rules,
to
but,
simplify
like,
things a little bit.
the basic poison is close to that. It's 3 arrows or 1 minute for a melee.
Yeah.
Carte blanche means
That you're allowed to do
Thanks, Dave.
anything. He means
Yeah.
there's no one size fits all. I knew what he meant.
Yeah, I'm now trying to think of the word I'm trying to think of. I can't come up with it.
Everything's bespoke.
Overarching, probably the rule I was trying to work was probably the word I was trying to think of.
Would also work. So,
set in stone.
Hmm?
Set in stone is a more verbose way of putting it.
we've got our rule of thumb. My rule of thumb here is to go with the
1 vial, 1 sword.
1 vial, 1 sword, or 3 arrows.
Okay. How many do I have?
Vials of murder poison.
Yes.
Let's say that right now you've got a stockpile of 5 vials of murder poison.
How murdery is the murder poison?
I'm gonna say it's some kind of murder poison that is slightly less potent than purple worm poison. By be significantly less potent than purple worm poison.
not super murder poison. All right.
Yeah, no. This is murder poison, not atrocity poison.
This is kind of murder
manslaughter
poison.
This is just murder, not a war crime.
Yeah.
There will be no gooifying people in this campaign.
Like a
If
fire.
you want something in the book to go off of, I suggest taking a peek at Withering Poison. That might be the next step or two below Purple Worm.
Isn't wyvern poison just sleep, though?
No, that's Drow Poison.
Oh, pseudo dragons.
Ooh, I could get that.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, that's the perilous.
Yeah. Paralysis poison. So yeah, why don't we say that? How much damage is wyvern poison?
I don't know offhand, I just know it's like a step or two below Purple Worm. I think it's still multiple d6, so it might be a bit much, but give us a start.
Goodness gracious! All right, fine.
I think
Yeah,
basic
there weren't
poison is
enough
like either
poisons.
1d6 or 1d4.
We have 2 basic, 3 wyvern, and a pseudo dragon. So you have at least 1 utility poison instead of a murder poison. How's that sound? That's 6 vials.
Wyvern poison. Is
Is
it's poison damage. Straight poison damage. Pseudo dragon. Is it called pseudo dragon poison?
I don't know. I just know that pseudo dragons have a toxin in their stinger that causes
I don't know
paralysis.
if there is a.
It's not a
poison in the-
made item.
Yeah, I think
The
it's something
closest
that
you're
we
gonna
just-
get is drow poison.
Yeah, we just like made up the rule for it. And I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, wyvern poison is a DC 14 con saving throw against 7d6 poison damage, save for half.
Yeah. Significant murder, but not, atrocities.
Yeah. Caps out at 42. Average damage is 24, which means on a save you're averaging 12 points of damage.
Basic poison. It's a D4. Okay. So, the pseudo dragon poison, is it similar to drow poison, or is there?
I'm gonna look at the pseudo dragon's attack because it should probably just function a lot like that.
Yeah, I think we just had it. Essentially, you were attacking like a pseudo dragon, or adding that to the.
Yeah,
attack.
basically. So the pseudo dragon sting. Pseudo dragon, by the way, is just a 1/4 CR, so it's not a big thing. It is a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, or you become poisoned for 1 hour, and if you fail by 5 or more, you fall unconscious for the same duration.
Yep, drow's the same, but DC 13.
Okay, so yeah, drow poison probably just better than.
Yeah, I think we might have had a way to like say, for when I was later levels to say like refine it so it was a higher GC essentially. But I hardly ever used it anyway, so
Well, I remember
it was mostly about the murder.
Yeah.
I was in a 4th edition game and I called somebody's bluff and they had their pseudo dragon sting a person I was supposed to be protecting, and that person was not happy with me. Turns out, don't call their bluff. Alright, so, you've got poisons. Desmond has diamonds. Twilight has manacles, or handcuffs, or whatever she pleases. Vulcan has his batteries. Morgan, did you need anything? Morgan has died. Reggie, do you need anything?
I think I am all set with my ever-burning torch.
Okay, that's right. You got your ever-burning torch. You there, Elisa?
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking if Morgan needed to pick up any specific items ahead of this expedition into the
I
Underdark.
didn't hear you ask me. I just heard you mention what everyone else meant.
Yeah, and then I asked, what does Morgan need?
That must have not caught up because I didn't hear that at all.
Okay. So,
But
what's
not
the answer to
you,
the
but
question?
it was
Does Morgan need anything?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Easy for you guys to, grab provisions for a few days. Need to take a bedroll or something if you think you'll need it. You should be able to put that on a backpack or whatever.
How many poisons of each did you say again?
I had said 2 of the regular, 3 of the wyvern, and 1 of the drow / pseudo dragon, whichever you prefer. Drow's probably better.
You basic. Where's basic on?
Basic. Alright. So, you all have what you need. Say it took about 2 hours to gather all this stuff after you got back. Do you want to have a sit down with the Tiger's Eye to go over exactly what she knows, or do you want to hand wave that and continue on?
I'm fine with whatever.
No one has a preference here? Talk to Tiger's Eye, don't talk to Tiger's Eye. Keep secrets.
I say we said we talked to her, but don't actually go through it.
Okay. Any objections to that?
Nope. I think that seems good.
Alright. So, the party stops in with the Tiger's Eye, lets her know what about the meeting they feel they are allowed to, according to the terms of their NDA, and what they are embarking on, that it is going to take at least a couple of days, though it could take more, and that you will be coming back with somebody. And all of this is to be kept well off of any books on the surface.
She's told we're going to Umbralight, so she knows where we're going.
If that is a piece of information you want to make sure she has, it can be. Or is it a piece of information you want to make sure she doesn't have? It can be that too. But that's up to the party. So, party. Does she know it's Umbralight or does she not?
No, I say we tell her.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't.
Okay.
Why? She's already read the letter.
I'm sure she should know that where we're going, shouldn't we?
Alright. Then that is the conversation that the party quickly has with the Tiger's Eye before departing. You said you wanted to speak with members of the Syndicate who have made this trip to Umbralight before to get the lowdown from them. There are a couple of people who would be considered couriers or suppliers within the Syndicate who indicate to you that, yeah, there is a riverboat that goes roughly between Volinar and Umbralight. It's a little outside of town. That's pretty quick going through underground rivers. Should have you there in about a day. You know, it's about a half a day on the boat and then a half day walking, all told.
Told.
Which, you know, I think jives with the boat being quick because it took you about 2 days to get to Umbralight, walking the whole way last time, getting lost somewhere in between. Stopped at the Gulch overnight. There were those ropers.
They were unpleasant.
There were some displacer beasts.
Also unpleasant.
And there were a
Well,
lot
those
of-
stayed in Jebel's staff for a long time, didn't they?
Yeah, I never really used that.
It's true. I think he may still have had the Displacer Beast form at the end, or had you taken, like, some
No, I kept
Leviathan
that.
or something?
The disadvantage to hit, I thought was kind of handy to have.
On the Displacer Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. You have your supplies. You got some information, including where to find this boat and how long the boat should take. Are you heading out now?
So we're not sleeping to help Vulcan get charged and not have to already start using his power supply. Recharge stuff.
I thought we were heading out in the morning.
As did I.
It'd be a more efficient use of Vulcan's power. But if Morgan thinks we need to leave right away,
Is there a boat still getting ready to leave tonight?
If it's a half-day boat, then it really does make 2 trips.
Wait, so how does that make sense? Are there 2 boats?
I guess there should be 2 boats, shouldn't there?
Yeah, because if it's 1 boat and it takes half a day, then that's half a day there and half a day back. Then that's the whole day. It's only be 1 trip.
It depends on what kind of traffic there is that needs to go between the cities. If it warrants the 2 boats going.
Still established.
Probably be owned by the same guy. Establishing that monopoly now.
It's still, I think, leaving in the morning so everyone gets long rest, gets resources back is probably the best bet.
Well, I certainly agree. While it might be urgent, it's also been proven to be dangerous already, based on the fact the note was missing in the first place. Going off half-cocked just seems like a poor idea.
Right? So, Morgan? Sounds like the party wants you to weigh in here.
I mean, if the boat goes at specific times, so we should just be prepared to get to the first one. So whenever that is.
It is possible to make one tonight.
Then we will make one tonight.
The dice have spoken.
The Morgan has spoken. Too bad, Vulcan. Start using your power rechargers.
I mean,
Yeah, you won't need to use them until
yeah.
the night.
What time is it even in?
What time is it even in game? Let's see. It's probably getting close to dinner time.
When's dinner time?
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you going to have the party charge off to get this very first boat you can make it to? Or are you going to be swayed by their argument to wait for the one in the morning? Morgan.
Sorry, all my devices reset, so I didn't hear anything of that. What did you say?
I said, are you going to push the team to get to this boat that you can make it to, or are you going to be swayed by their argument to wait for the first one in the morning?
Why does everyone want to wait until the morning?
At least 3 people said they did.
Question: is there in the Underdark? Is there any difference between morning and day at all? I mean, between day and night. I mean,
Presumably there
but
are hours where they function and hours where they sleep. Or I guess they don't need to sleep, so no, never mind. Why not?
But regardless, it's irrelevant to the argument the rest of us are making. We want
It's
all
just
ourselves to
yeah.
be rested.
yeah, no,
And-
it isn't entirely irrelevant because if it's more dangerous at night, and we spend the day traveling there, we're going to be in the Underdark at nights. So that's why I asked, like, if there's a difference between nighttime and daytime in the Underdark.
Well, in that case, that would just make going now more dangerous. Because it takes half a day to get there. We'd be there at night when we arrived. We'd be there like what, midnight? I guess not be closer to like 6. So still.
But did we say the boat went at night?
Yeah, there's 2 boats. One in the morning, one in the evening.
Yeah. So if we take the evening boat, we're going to be there in the morning.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right on that. I just probably is back to Tristan of like of her question of is it more dangerous at one point of during the day or not down there?
Underdark is just always dangerous. In the previous campaign, we used an inversion of the night and day cycle in there because it's underground anyway. So they don't really go by solar cycles. There's just happened to be, 180 degrees out of phase with the surface world.
Like when did you say the boat went? You said evening, but that's whenever. When is
like
that?
an
Like
hour
9?
from now at like 6 p.m.
At 6.
2 a.m.
Regardless, though, he did say it was just always dangerous. So whether we get there at day or night,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
then it does. In this case,
We rest up so we're prepared for all of the
Yeah.
danger that's going to be there.
yeah. In which case, I'd say we'll take the one in the morning and we rest
Okay.
up.
Alright. You make your preparations. You go to your bunks. You long rest. Is there anything I need to know about that happens during the long rest?
Do we immediately go to sleep, or do we
I
wait
mean,
until...
now you have until the morning, so you are spending your evening doing what you want and long resting.
Alright, and he's going to work on his phosphorus grenades.
Alright, roll me some dice.
D20s, I assume?
Yeah.
2?
Yes, please.
Alright, so, you just want the straight dice roll, or do I add proficiency?
Proficiency.
Okay. It's a 12 and a 17.
You spend the rest of the evening working in your workshop on these phosphorus grenades. You had, last time you were working on this, finally found a way to distill down and then separate it from oxygen to be able to contain it. And so now you are working on a way to transit it safely and then get it to where it needs to be to have the most efficacious in its detonation. And then you're working on cramming as much in there as possible. You create 7 prototypes to this end.
Nice.
4 of which are destroyed in testing, trying to figure out the ways to get more bang for your buck and to get the detonator working properly. So at the end of this, you have 3 phosphorus grenades that will cause blinded with a DC 15 con save, and on contact or being in the explosion will deal 4d6 plus 5 fire damage. With an ongoing 5 fire damage per turn.
What was the damage again?
Which part? All of it?
Yeah, all of it.
I will type it. DC 15 con against blinded for 2 turns. Contact with material is 46 plus 5 fire damage. This is a dex save for half.
Is it also DC 15?
Yes. And then ongoing 5 fire damage at the start of each turn. This part I'm still thinking out in my head because phosphorus is one of those terrible things where if you try to like get it off, it does not work. It just burns through materials, and trying to dig it out just exposes it to oxygen and causes it to burn more. Really horrible. For this one, for now, let's just say at the start of each turn, Until DC 15 con save at the end of each turn. There you go. Make sense? I think it's got a sort of a sense to it.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Okay. I
So,
mean, also,
because I had one,
sheds
and
bright
so I should
light.
have 4 of these now.
Huh? You have 3 of these.
Okay, so the one that I had before used up in the. I assume that was used up in the testing too. Then
You had used that one, right?
I didn't use it in the combat now because we were fighting against things that were.
Oh, so you still have like the other one with the different stats, I'm guessing?
The other one that we never gave stats to.
We never gave stats to. Okay. Yeah, I'll assign that one stats. It's just gonna be like a worse version of this, though.
Okay.
And it's a bright beacon of light. 1 minute. Alright. Anything else? Anybody? Reggie?
I don't think so.
Desmin?
Nope.
Spider?
I think I'm okay.
Morrigan? Twilight?
Nothing specific. Like, she's probably trying to put the time to good use, but other, like, generic training or the like, nothing comes to mind.
Okay. Reasonable. Gotta stay fit. Alright. So. You all benefit from a long rest.
Woo!
Health and spell slots are back.
Woo!
Woo. Alright. You rise the next morning. You gather your stuff. You gather together. And you head out. Leaving the underground, much the way you did on El Seventh Day. Leaving the city of Volinar, the old city, and then the new city surrounding it. Heading to where the teamsters who told you about the boat indicated you would find what you're looking for. You pass by several signs indicating to be cautious of bears in the woods, indicating that it may be a good idea to leave offerings, however, but to keep moving ultimately. And eventually, you come to a series of foothills out east of the city along the coastline, past, as I said, a small bit of forested area. You did not see any bears on your hike, but this took you an hour or so to hike out there. And in these foothills, there is signage directing you to A, be careful, 2, to be aware, but 3, this way, 2, entrance to the Underdark. And you find a series of hollows in these foothills leading into dark, damp tunnels in the earth. It was just for purposes of now. Place you Shadow, Desmin, Dusk, Oregon, Reggie, Spider, Twilight, Vulcan. There we go. So, I put a little snippet of Underdark here. As you begin making your way through the tunnels, there is, you find, signage within these tunnels indicating pathways. This way to Umbralight, this way to the city of Onyx, this way to, that way to, this way back to the surface, to Volinar, to Sylvanas. These kinds of signs, indications in common and undercommon. Somebody has spent significant time and effort to make it so that there is at least some semblance of direction through these myriad tunnels. No longer are you required to find your way around by touching moss. But as you begin making your way through these tunnels, you immediately get the sense that this place is alive. You are surrounded by lichen and fungi. You can hear the trickle of water, but you can feel the breath of this place, the life spark. It reminds you that you are not necessarily alone in these tunnels, even if there is no one right next to you. These tunnels are the home to other creatures. Some of them can be reasoned with. Some of them cannot. Now is a good time to be making use of your ever-burning torch, Reggie.
Oh yeah, Reggie's excited.
The colors are the most striking as you are making your way through these tunnels. The rocks here are stratified. There's no one type of rock out of which these tunnels are formed. Higher up, closer to the surface, it is sedimentary rock with very obvious and visible layering to the shale. And then as you get deeper, you see more intrusions of igneous rock, those formed by extreme heat in the rock cycle. You see splashes of iridescence and reflective surfaces as quartzes and other semi-precious rhinestones and the like poke out at you from the walls and floor around you. Now and then you hear an echo through the tunnels, what might be a snip of voice or the call of some creature lurking in the dark. Nothing close enough to set your teeth on edge, but all worrisome enough to keep a hand on your weapon, if not drawn. It isn't long, half an hour, before you start to spot signage in the walls indicating a riverboat service. Called the Ferry of Illustrae, owned and operated by local drow. You follow these signs through the gloom and the shadows, among glowing mushrooms, through narrow pathways and wide, multi-pathed chambers. It is eerie, it is haunting, but it is also oddly beautiful and more than one might expect serene as you pass through this world beneath the stone. It is in some ways akin to your home in the underground. Not as clean, smooth, and organized, no, but it has a similar secretive and altogether separate life of its own that is reminiscent of those tunnels beneath Volinar. Soon, you begin to hear, unmistakably, the echo of voices. Some murmurs of conversation, some shouts and commands. And eventually, you exit out of one narrow pathway into a wide valley of a chamber, dominated at its center by a wide river. And nearby to where your tunnel lets out, you can see there are honeycombs of other tunnels letting off into this chamber. Yours is not the only path one can take to reach this place. You are going to see a riverboat. Not terribly large. Large enough to accommodate maybe 15 people, maybe 10 if they've got some good amount of cargo with them. Looks like it's almost raft-like in that it seems to have one interior cargo space in the hull. The rest is just the deck. It's not a multi-deck affair, but the interesting thing about it is that it is covered in sails. These triangular sheets of fabric of canvas, but it's lined with them as opposed to having them down the center of the boat on masts. They're more like staked up from the batting and extending out almost like, not like birds' wings, but they still line the sides of the boat and feel more wing-like. 3 on each side, with 2 toward the front. 1 on each side toward the front. It is pointed at the front with a long prow, like many boats you've seen in the harbor and rivers of Volinar. It seems to be made of wood. And what you can see as you approach through the gloom, it is staked out, well illuminated in this area, as there are several multicolored torches around this dock area where it is tethered. You can see several drow milling about, moving goods and directing persons, and you can see that there are a couple of wagon trains here. People who are either coming or going from this boat, and there are people among those wagon trains that are speaking with the drow, seeming to be haggling, negotiating price as you approach.
Guess we should get in line.
You do so. Sorry, just putting down a couple of names here.
Wait, that was also Reggie saying that at everyone else, like... does anyone have any issues with that, or...?
Nope, Desmin gets right in line.
You always did love it, you.
Ooh, cues. Fun.
Queuing.
I found out there is a certain peace to be found in a well-organized queue. I didn't think that at first. It took a lot of convincing from Desmin, but it really has come through, and it's meditative almost. I don't know. It sounds weird to say, but like it's the way I feel.
Oh no, his nerd is rubbing off on you.
I don't like
It's now a
waiting.
personal belief that instead of
I've never
services,
had to
you
wait
just have
before.
queues.
Never had to wait before. It's true.
And he's only like, what, 3?
Yes, I am 3.
I'll like queues when they're outside my bar.
You have queues?
On good days.
Yeah, the bar
I've
is
never seen good days.
a pretty popular place to be.
I'm aware. I'm just in character ripping. That's all it is.
All right. You queue up. Eventually, the people at this wagon train that you have queued behind seem to come to some sort of understanding, and the drow smiles and waves as the wagon train pulls away, and the people from it thank them for their business. And with that, it is you and just a few others who mill about here. You can see that a few are moving crates onto the boat. Not non-drow. Humans, half-elves, tieflings. Say they account for maybe 5 people that don't appear to be part of the crew, as the crew are all wearing what could more or less be considered a uniform. As you move up to the person with whom those on the wagon train were dealing with, it is a silver-haired drow woman who turns to you with purple eyes, looks you all over, and says, "Welcome to Illustray's ferry, fastest route between Volinar and Umbralight."
Good, we need on.
Hmm?
We need to get on.
Very good. Then is it... And she does a quick count. 6 tickets?
Yes.
Yes.
Reggie's gonna lean over to Desmond and be like, "Didn't Valise say to mention her name?"
Yes,
It's a stage whisper that he says. So he is expecting to be overheard by the woman.
We are acquaintances with Elise. We were told she has good standing here.
You were told that, were you? Was she the one who told you that?
Oh, I think we're gonna have to have a discussion with her.
Yes.
I see. Well, in that case, you're getting the friends and family discount, you lucky ducklings. 120 gold pieces for the lot of you.
All right, everyone, chip in.
How many is that divided by 6?
Isn't that just
2 plat each.
I'd like to roll some insight on that. I just said that earlier, but I was muted.
What was that?
I'd like to roll some insight on that price in case this is not, in fact, a discount.
Okay, what's your insight?
I have the number of my die. I'm just looking at my bonus.
I don't think it's gonna
I
matter.
imagine there's just a big ass fucking sign right next to us
I have
without
13
regular
plus
prices.
something.
13 plus something. They rolled a natural 20 plus something, so...
20.
20. Okay.
My total is 20, but no.
I mean, this comes out to 20 gold a person, which is prohibitively expensive, not for adventurers or syndicate members such as yourself necessarily, but you know that this is also probably a pretty limited clientele that they have, especially at this point. The boat has been around a while, but because, as you know from the Teamsters in the Syndicate, but it's not. You're still in the process of establishing trade routes. So, and as you can tell, this is, like, it's expensive, but it's probably a decent price. She calls it a friends and family discount. They might have knocked 5 gold off of each of you if you had to guess.
Reggie rolled a 1 on his insight.
Yeah, they definitely
Which, to be
knocked
fair,
off 10
meant
gold
that he
a pop.
got a
Like,
10.
this is a great price. Plus, think of all the background
Reggie's
you
like,
have to do.
yeah, I mean,
You know what? I want to inside that as well. Why not? For the fun of it.
Yeah.
Reggie starts pulling out money.
Vulcan has almost no concept of what things cost.
Everybody is now like, let me see if I can beat their nat 20.
Yeah, probably
Oh, yeah,
not,
you haven't
and
got it, right?
definitely not.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, if I got
Yeah,
it at
decent
20,
one.
it would be a 20. Possible. But I did not.
My passive insight
Yeah.
is 16. Does that beat it?
A passive insight of 16 does not beat a 20 plus whatever their plus is.
I just
Maybe-
realized
maybe
I
they have a
zero-
negative to their
I
grade.
just realized I have
they
zero.
might have a negative. I have not told you what their plus is. I am only telling you that a 16 doesn't beat it, and you also feel like this is a good price, Spider.
I just realized I have 0 in modifiers, so I wouldn't be able to beat it no matter how hard I roll. But I got a 7. So, that's a good deal.
You are ready to pay anything, and 20 gold is well within anything to not have to walk anymore through this horrible, horrible place.
Yeah.
Yep. Desmin will pay 2 platinum.
All right. As long as everybody can pony up the equivalent of 20 gold pieces, you can get on this boat.
Yeah. We can do that.
All right, let's see where I stuck the boat. I stuck it around here. There it is. Oop, grapple you.
And now I don't know enough to be able to go and get mad at Valise for the racket that she's playing with it's 10 gold a person, and they're splitting the 5 from each of us, you know,
I mean,
half
that's
and half,
the thing.
and Reggie has no idea.
We should have waited for the original price to see what would happen.
Perhaps.
Yeah, he had the
Look, if
original
it's someone
price
else
first,
with your money,
then
we
haggle.
don't tell them on the way back.
Just in case, she doesn't remember us from the day before.
It could be somebody else taking fares at the other end. You don't know.
Who knows?
Could we take the other boat?
Make sure to take the other boat away.
Take the other boat back. All right. So you and the other people and the crew of this boat pile on. And they wait for the appropriate time, it seems, to take off. I believe I did. No, that's apply. What's that? I don't know what that's applying. I don't want to apply. I just want to call everybody over here. Haha. I made a little boat.
Yeah. That's neat.
Not a beautiful little boat, but I think it's functional. In that it passes the does it look mostly like a boat check.
I mean, it doesn't hold water, so...
It most certainly does not. All right. And with 10 minutes left, I think I will say that you begin heading down the tunnels of the Underdark on this river. You find that there are glowing mushrooms and stone embedded into the walls that give kind of an eerie cast, but you also begin to notice patterns to it in that the pathway that you're following seems to be entirely lined with stones and mushrooms that glow a dull blue, and when you see other paths branching off the river flowing down them, they are of other colors, reds or purples or oranges, which stand out in the dark. And this river does branch quite a lot. It has wide lake-ish sections that then narrow down once more to these tributary streams. The water is swift. There is some kind of magic going on, though you don't see anybody actively casting, but these sails are remaining filled with a wind, at least of a stiff breeze that you aren't necessarily feeling as you mill about the deck and watch your surroundings pass by. The stream does have a flow to it, and you are currently following it, but you also have the push of these sails.
I realized that I'm a halfling, which means I get to re-roll ones.
You do. It's true. Did you
and
roll
I
another
rolled
one?
it, and it's a nat 20, which means I got a 29. So I think like while we're on the boat trip, Reggie's just sitting there, you know, like ruminating on stuff. He's like, "Wait a fucking second."
Wait a minute. Oh yeah.
It actually does a 29 beat there.
A 29 does beat their nat 20 plus something. You gotta mark up.
Yeah. Reggie's not actually mad about that because he's happy to like grease wheels in Umbralight.
It will speak.
But he's just like, God damn it! That was, you know what? That was good.
Tell him I sent you. The friends and family discount. Classic hustle. Yes. So. Everybody please roll me perception checks.
Oh, Vulcan's so good at these.
That was an insight.
Perception.
I used my nat 20 on the wrong roll.
Ooh.
Perception.
I don't mind this number.
18.
I guess I kept these dice in jail long enough.
Vulcan got 11.
11.
Desmin got a 22.
22.
Reggie got a 25.
25.
22.
And that was without the net 20.
Your 11 sounds like shit as compared to everybody else's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he didn't learn from Vendor on that part. Vendor was quite disappointed in that.
He put
still
so
loved
much
him,
time putting all the other bells and whistles in there, he forgot to put better eye cameras in.
There's only so much you can do with eye and smell cameras.
Yeah.
Is this likely to be the last roll of the
Session? Yes.
So I could use inspiration.
Yeah, you could inspiration.
Yeah.
I did.
I rolled a 1.
What you
You
got
get to roll a
now?
20 and the second die.
Ooh.
It's a great feeling.
With inspiration, I got a 7.
Things are going great. Things are going great for Vulcan.
I went from
He's more like me. He's oblivious.
a 10 altogether to a 27.
All right. Jesus Christ. All right, so pretty much everybody did pretty well on this except for Vulcan, which is surprising for me to say. So Vulcan, do you see lots of
Power
mushrooms
saving.
just around the edges of the like growing in the walls and the ceiling? You're in this like relatively round-ish tunnels that you're in, the water filling roughly half of the tunnels. You see like a half dome over you, basically a half circle of clear air that you're passing through in the case of most of these tunnels. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. It's hard to know if these tunnels are perfectly round, but they're pretty close to it, almost surprisingly so. And you're seeing a lot of these, flashes of semi-precious stone jutting out, some outcroppings of different, crystalline quartz, and then lots and lots of glowing mushrooms, stones, and iridescent fish in the water. Beautiful, amazing sights, sounds, smells. It's crazy. You almost feel you would not have imagined that a place where there's basically no natural sunlight could have such beauty. And this is something that even you, as your construct, can appreciate, or feel you can appreciate. This appreciation for beauty imparted by your mother.
Yeah. He's distracted by it all.
Yeah, very. The rest of you, obviously the eerie and iridescent beauty of the underground flashing by as you jet down this underground river at a almost uncomfortably fast pace. But you do see, even along the sides where sometimes the roundish tunnels that you're in caverns open up into the wider ones, and you're more like a river in the middle of the plains or in a canyon as opposed to a tunnel half full of water. You see critters, glinting eyes in the dark, and they are aware of this boat passing by in a way that makes you uncomfortable. You don't feel like any of the ones that you're flashing past could make it to the boat, could give you a problem, but it gives you an eerie sense that for all the ones that you see, that you notice from the deck of this boat, there could be 2 or even 3 that you don't. So it's a lot harder for you perceptive people to really enjoy the beauty of this particular trip. And as the boat jets its way down these underground waterways, through the open caverns, through the closed tunnels, you begin to notice more and more stink of decay, of rot. There's always that omnipresent stench as what is fungi doing but breaking things down. But this is something more, a fishy odor, and you begin to notice, caught in the eddies and currents around the boat, glinting off the bottom in the light of your ever-burning torch, Reggie, the pearly white bone of devoured creatures. Mostly fish, sometimes not. And you begin to get the sense that it is possible you are entering turf, as it were, of something dangerous. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
Dun dun dun!
Thank you all for being here. Always interesting to get back into stories after so long off and try to remember where we were and where we're going and why we're doing things. So thank you for sticking with us as we found our feet again. And we will see you next we meet on Desmond's Creek. Bye, stream.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.